beautiful Sunday evening after the sermon why we need to be very careful about church at the cathedrals, Celestial Church of Christ, Elisha Parish, under the anointing of the leader and the shepherd, the Nostradamus of our time, Prophet Dr. M.K.O Tibetan. Today we've gotten another sermon on why Christians should be very careful, especially as regard the congregation they put their head into or they cross their leg upon. We are going to engage him on the topic of church, money, and miracle. Sir, we are very honored to be with you again, sir. Today we came and the sermon was as usual hot, and you spoke about why Christians should be very careful about church, that it is not all about church, that people should use their talent, that talent will work better, and that because God said before we come to him we should be blessed and we should not be empty before him and all that. But sir, with the way church is going now in this country, with the kind of thing we are hearing, especially across Africa, prophets that are doing all sort of miracles, and now issues are coming out on this kind of miracles whereby people are falling, people are just rolling on the floor, all sort of different waters and all that. Sir, is there a difference between magic and miracle when you look at the way most of the churches are now operating, sir? And are these people, can they be genuinely called men of God or men of vision?
Thank you very much, my brother. Yes, sir. When you look at the book of 2 Kings 2, from verse 5, when Elijah was about to go, his errand boy, who is taking tutelage from him, that's Elisha, he says, sir, peradventure you decide to go today, what and what are you going to leave behind from people? Because people may come for consultation. He said, I don't have anything to give to you, but just stay by me. Whenever I'm being taken off, whatever you grab is for you. And when the man was being taken off, he had the tip of his garment, and he collected some thorn into his hand. Then it was when he gets to the river, where they said the situation of the country, the very town where he wanted to pass through, everything was fine. But they have trouble with the water of that area. They call it Mara. So he said, okay, we learn you walk with that powerful man. What can you do to help us to make this water sweeten? Then he said they should go and get a coal pot. They put a salt in it. Then he walked to the source of the river. He dropped the water, the pot there, and he prayed. That's a miracle. Yeah. But where Joshua Temitokwe said you should fall down, and Oyahilome said you should jump from the fridge to the television and tumble and then put your two legs up. That is abracadabra. It's not in the Bible.
It's mean abracadabra or magic, sir?
That's a magic that they have already pre-arranged before they came to the place. You remember Shimolo and the rest of people in South Africa, when they will be telling you the lame walk, the blind can see. Then even in Oyahilome, somebody will say, Master, 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 somebody here has said he has seen. Oh, Jesus, you are great. It's a lie. It's just because of the 5,000. And that was the beginning of their miracle. But now, everybody is tired. Everybody is tired. Then, look at the other miracle. The other miracle is just when the Lord said, in the book of Exodus 9, from 9 to 13, Exodus 10, from verse 21 to 23. Then Exodus 13, from verse 1 to 14. Then Exodus 12. Exodus 12, 1 to 10. Then Exodus 14, from verse 1 to 16. These are miracles. He said, go into their kitchen, get an arches. Then don't even pray for the arches, then blow it up. Then they said everything that belongs to the Egyptians carried boil that day. That is a miracle. By whom? By God. Even the person that experimented it never knew the gravity of what he's doing. That is what the miracle. You know, people in this country make mistake.
How, sir?
They call Adeboye man of God. Adeboye is not man of God. He's a man of his country and a man of Eshauki, Ifewara. That's where he come from. Idausa is a man of Benin. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord want to use you, it's just like a NEPA current. You know, when the NEPA is on, all the bulbs will be up.
Yes, sir.
That means that thing has flown from Kanji, then you see it. But when they took the light, you can even use the peel wire to spread your clothes. There will be no trouble. There is nothing good when somebody gives you good money. Nothing good in good money. Unless you show off what you want to eat for breakfast.
Maybe we're going on bread or something.
Yes, that's the good money.
Okay, sir.
That means that money is good. So nobody will tell you when the money is good.
No, sir, the question is that there are a lot of miracle going on. You look at your TV now, you see people like Shepherd Prophet Bushiri in South Africa. You look at people like Shepherd Prophet Bushiri and Alakau.
These are what the herbalists gave to them.
And even the other one in Uganda, what's his name again? Kakandi, Samuel Kakandi, and all of it. They are just the people are just falling with their suits, rolling on the floor.
Uncle, in the book of Exodus.
Yes, sir.
8 and 9, all the miracle the people of it, the Lord performed in Egypt, their own magicians too retaliated. But when it gets to the one that come from heaven direct, they were unable. Do you remember the one of Exodus 10 verse 22? He said, Moses, now that they said they will not give them brick to make block, and they're going to even hide their body, he said, you know what you do? Just raise your two hands upstairs, up. And then they said darkness fell upon the land to the extent that the people of Egypt cannot walk for 3 days. They cannot move out of where they are for 3 days. Nobody to distribute work for the people of Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That is miracle. Okay. That's miracle. Then when you look at the book of 2 Kings 5, from verse 1 to 10, he said, Master, don't be roughened or disturb yourself. You said there is a clean swimming pool in our area, but listen to what this man of God said. We may pick up your miracle today. Just listen. Then he moved to the river and hand over his jacket and coat for the people boys, and he dipped himself into the river
7 times.
7 times. Then he was clean. That's a miracle. Even he never knew, he never saw Elisha face to face.
He tried to say.
And when he tried, but he didn't give him his time. When you look at the book of 2 Kings 3, from verse 10 to 21, he said, Sir, we have faced with what? With scarcity of water. But the prophet said, Elijah said, go and be digging holes, deep ones, so that you can reserve water. He didn't say they should put ties, but they should go and dig it. Then they asked the man, they said, Sir, we said we are drinking our urine for the past 3 days. And you said we should use the little urine on us to go and dig hole. He said, well, that's what the Lord has said. The man who sent me to you, that's what he said. Then when it was 3 o'clock in the morning, they said there was a wide wind from the north, and the whole pit was filled with water. That is a miracle. Even the birth of Jesus Christ was a miracle. The birth of John the Baptist was a miracle. Because he said, Ananiah, Zechariah, in the book of Luke 1, from 45 to 56, he said, your prayer has been answered. That is a miracle. And then for you arguing with me, he said you became dumb until you see your baby, until the christening day. That's a miracle. Then when you look at Paul and Silas in prison, in the book of Acts of the Apostle, 16, from 10, he said Paul and Silas were busy praying. And that was a miracle. Then out of the Apostles 26, 27, 28, he said, there will be no loss of life. How the Lord brought Jonah out of the fish, it was a miracle. So these are miracles. But
what was the difference between magic and miracle? I mean, when you see people falling, and they now tell the pastor that, I feel better, sir, now. I feel better.
No,
then they say,
that money, they don't feel better.
No, they are telling person like Samuel Kakandi, somebody is telling him that he's feeling better.
Disciple of Joshua Temitokwe. Oyahilome was a disciple to Temitokwe. The Kakande was a disciple to Temitokwe. And when you look at all these things they are doing, nothing comes out of it. Nothing comes out of it. They are just looking for cheap popularity. And that's what he said in the book of Matthew 23, from verse 1 to 10. He said, do as I say, not as I do. These people make love to ladies and free ladies there. You know the prophet in South Africa. He said he has made love to 1,000 ladies. He said it's easy to make love to church members. than outsiders. He said outsiders are very stubborn. But the church goers that was under his tutelage, when you tell them you want to pass anointing to them through the spam, when you want to mechanic them, you know the meaning of mechanic?
Yeah.
You know, man, do
okay. The mechanical work in the night or something?
in the night, yes. They won't lose boats. They're only fixing, they're only blocking holes. So those are the things.
Using the plywood to block the hole.
To block the, yes, a square peg in a square hole. So, but that's the pit too. According to what the Bible was telling us in the book of Ecclesiastes 7 and 8, 7 and 6. In 7 from verse 21, he said, that hole is deep, except whom the Lord save. Except whom the Lord save.
So it might be consumed by the eventuality.
It might even go there and never come out. You saw it in Ibadan. When the pastor was full, when he said they wanted to remove something from the hole, they waited for the man who locked them up, who locked them down. You know, it was just like a wrestling.
No, I saw the video. The man was blocked inside the hole, and the pastor came and started calling the name of Jesus. Yeah. Just struggled with the woman, and the man was begging.
He was doing rubbish. Jesus did not even ask them that type of job.
But the pastor was
a fool. He's a fool, sir. Okay, or Denny.
So until the man now used some traditional charm to now unlock.
They used to lock them. You know, he said in the book of Revelation 3, verse 6, 7, 8. He said, I am the one that hold the key to progress. I'm the only one that can open it. I'm the only one that can lock it. Joshua, the Temitope, cannot give anybody blessing. Adeboye cannot give anybody blessing. Marcus cannot give anybody blessing. No pastor can bless you. You know what I'm saying? Except the Lord used him. Except the Lord what? Used in him. When you look at the book of 2 Kings 7, from verse 4, he said, by this time tomorrow, a bag of rice will be 2,000 naira. He said, are you okay? They are selling a bag of rice for 13,000. Don't you know the tariff of the exchange of dollar and pounds or euro? He said, my brother, he was telling the second in command that you will see it with your eyes and you will not eat out of it. This is a miracle. These are miracles. And 2 Kings 5 from verse 18, he said, Gehazi, when you went to those people to go and collect the gift from them, my eye traveled with you. Yes, I said it's not possible. So I said it's possible. Then the leprosy that fell out of Naaman will be for your family for life. It's a miracle. Then even when you look at 2 Kings 6 from verse 1 to 5, the axe that fell from the hand of the disciples, they used ordinary stick to trace the axe. So that's a miracle, sir.
But when you now go to all these churches today, you see crowd everywhere rushing to find their seat. Even some of the churches like Christopher Clement's church, every 31st of December, people have to pay 1,000 naira to even collect seats. Some of these churches, people even pay for premium seats just for the man of God to do his hand like this, and people can fall. And when they now fall and roll their suit on the floor, they now say, oh, I feel better, man of God. Or they say, oh, pastor, as you are preaching, this man is manhood has not worked for 13 years, but as you are preaching, it has risen up now.
Where does it test it?
Yes, sir. They now say that the man comes out and a lot of things. How do you
bring his manhole so that everybody can see?
Okay, sir.
Oh, this is just a mere fallacy.
But how can we help the crowd?
Joshua said somebody deliver inside the church without seeing any blood on the floor.
I've not even had that.
It's one of his video. He said a woman delivered who was unable to put to bed for the past 12 years. Praise the Lord inside the service. Then the woman delivered. No blood, no water.
Is it magic beds?
That is what, because they are. What is the qualification of Joshua Tibetan? He's a fool. Is he not disciple of Eyoju? Is he not the one that will destroy Bameke? When Babangida gave them some money? Then who is he? Is he not the person that even stole egg? Where he was walking and he was sacked? Has he forgotten all this? He said, Numbers 32 verse 23. He said, your sin will surely locate you. You don't remember Jesus of Oyinbo? Then why are we in a hurry over this?
Why
are we in a hurry over this?
Fell inside his garden. And
what happened to the garden today?
They have destroyed the place.
And then he said in the book of Acts of the Apostle 5.
The government has taken over.
Yes, Acts of the Apostle 5 from verse 19. He said, if this making is from God, it will stand for life. But if it's not of God, before many days it will be destroyed. That was the statement of Gamaliel, the great lawyer, who is trying to caution them about the persecution of the disciples in those days. So my brother, nothing like a miracle. No human being can perform miracle. It's only God. Look at Exodus 14 from verse 10. He said, the Egyptian you see today, he said, Moses, raise out your staff and touch the water. And the water parted into two. He said, the Egyptian you see today, you will no longer see them again. That was all. That's a miracle. Made known to everybody. Then when they are getting prolonged inside the Red Sea, then the Lord came down by himself in a pillar of light, and the back was darkness. This is a miracle. How you were formed from your mother's womb is a miracle. Do you remember a lady in Mushin the other day who normally put water into the belly of some women and said, give them baby? You remember that? That was 1981, 82.
Thinking of Malaika or something.
There's something like Malaika. Where is Malaika now? How come? Many artificial people in Nigeria. Look at the Evangelical Church of Yahweh. Where is he now? And when they got to his wardrobe, they saw a skull of human being. Do you remember the other man, Ajanaku? Even the name he was bearing in Lagos was the name of the Egun. The masquerade they were just for his father's house in Bongo. You know what I'm saying? He said it's Ajanaku. So these are the problems, sir. No Nigerian pastor can perform miracle. No. Even all these people you are talking about, they are Muslim. Joshua Temitokwa is a Muslim. Then when you look at the man on the altar, he's a Muslim. Bakari is a Muslim. All of them are Muslim. So they can't perform miracle. They are still with the book of accounts. They are still checking the book of account they give to them.
Hereditary books.
Yeah, hereditary book from their father. And when you look at the book of Isaiah 3:11, he says, say it to the righteous, that is reward, it will be well with them. Look at today's topic. Go and use your talents. I asked the question in the church that for 3 people to stay in the mercy land of Celestial Church for 3 days, then Marcus, because Marcus was a retired motorway driver, then tell Marcus to go with 2 boys, 2 conductors, then one in the front, one in the back. So we should drive for 3 days. When 3 of us should come back, then who will be happy? We that travel, we went out to go and walk, we'll be happier. But the other people that still wait is coming, their prayer is still placed on what? On his coming. When you look at the book of James 4, James 3, then James 5 verse 16, he said, he was telling us that this is what we want. That prayer cannot cook rice, prayer cannot cook beans, prayer cannot pay your rent. They are just wasting themselves, their time on program, which is too bad.
Sir, into this church now, there's always program starting from Sunday. There's program on Monday, some on Tuesday, then there's another one on Wednesday, then Thursday there's a program, then miraculously there's vigil on Friday, then church workers meeting on Saturday, then back to Sunday. Sir,
how do church workers? Nobody can be church workers. All the miracle performed by Jesus Christ was outside the church. All he said, go out and evangelize. For any celestial shepherd or pastor or prophet who is stationed for 3 years, not leaving the church to go and evangelize, rise outside, is a man of his sense. He's not man of God. Because he said in the book of Proverbs 27, you can never be boast about tomorrow. Don't boast about what? About tomorrow. You know the people will break up from their company by on the 20th. Then program will start in Redeem, Mountain of Fire, Winners and everything on the 21st. And the end on the 1st. Then immediately they are stopping the program, then the people are resuming again. The wear and tear is too high. Everywhere is not full of high blood pressure now, diabetes, bad sight. People are not completing. Look at all the people that line in the front row on Adeboye's church. All of them are using glasses. Wọ́n ti ka àbùkù. Wọ́n sójú ti bàjẹ́. Wọ́n ti ka àbùkù. Ìkankan ti ń bàjẹ́ lára wọn. Àdúrà ò ṣe nǹkankan náà. If you now give me the needle, I will put it on here for 60. Because I've never involved myself in Idukudu. Do you remember what they call Idukudu?
Yes, and that is maybe helping women to get out.
Okay, sir. The Yoruba, the English of Ishekushe is Idukudu. Out of the church there, they have 17 girlfriends. Do you remember I told you a story of a pastor who they buried in Ibadan? He died in London. The church member paid, they brought the corpse. And when they were doing the church service, everyone was happy. But when they got to the graveyard, another 4 mistresses brought children.
Looking like him?
Very, just like copycat. Then the other woman now used his leg to kick the useless casket away.
The real wife.
But oh, good or that in the day. You are a useless man to call. Then he was even saying that I will tell you your normal name to everybody. You are Mukaila. You just use abacadabra to cover this people's face. He's a fake pastor, but he's late. He's already dead. And even one of the boys they brought, he has that outside the wedlock. Even before the wedding, he has 2 boys already. So now 5 people wanted to share the loot. And you remember in the book of Matthew 6 from verse 18 to 21, he said a boy cannot serve what? 2 masters. He either leave one and follow one. They are too fraudulent. Read Matthew 23, Matthew 24. Let them release them so that these people should go and use their talents.
So that's the part of your sermon.
Yeah,
you also enlighten us. Yeah, you enlighten us on the one that they are even using dead water to clean the table. We saw a popular video of when one of the leaders of the church he himself was cleaning all the table when he started his ministry. I mean, and today people that are sat on that table, they cannot go again.
Yeah, Jeremiah 5, my brother. From verse 16. He said, in 22, he said, your iniquity has taken all the gluten away from you. He said, amongst my people, there are a lot of devilish people. Yes, and all these things they are doing, they collect all those money, just water from the mortuary. They keep people. They use all this one to rub the share so that people will sit down and never go again. And that's what Jeremiah was saying. That their cage is full of birds. And then when you look at Matthew 23 verse 4, he said they put burden on people, but they will never use one of their tongue to touch it. He only said the book of the law should not be departed from you. And then when you look at the book of 1 Samuel 3, 4, 5, 6, when the astronauts cannot bear the Ark of the Covenant that was in their coffer, they released it back to God again. Nobody went there to pick it. Because all these people that they are calling themselves General Overseer Geo today, they will die like Usher. That's 2 Samuel 6, 1 to 10. Who believed he wanted to help God to straighten the Ark of Confidence? You can't help God. You cannot what? You cannot help God. When they opened the eye of the blind beggar, it was outside. When they talked to Zacchaeus in the book of Luke 19 and 21, it was on the tree.
A lot of people are saying, okay, somebody that is making people fall inside this church and raising some people, according to him, raising people that are lame. Why can't he go to? Why can't he come to Ushodi or Emotion?
He can go to Yaba, where they confine all those Almajiris and the people who are crippled. If they do that for 3 months, even some will pay them. Then because
raise them.
Yes, and we will not pay too much on medical. Rather than bringing a terrible machinery to all our hospitals, they will be helping us. Even one good year, only baby, the woman that normally take deliver baby in a village, yes, without using all these the latest materials, utensils. Yes, but he's still doing his job with his hand. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, my brother, these people are out to destroy Nigeria. These people are out to destroy Africa. These people are out to even tell us what the Lord did not send them. That's the problem. Then Luke 9 and 10. He said, I'm sending you out into the midst of the wolves. Then you need to be clever and be smart. If not, you will lose yourself, you will lose your life, you will lose your brain, you will lose your wife, you will lose your house. You see, when they bring any beggar to redeem, it may not make money again. Because automatically, but if you send somebody that, oh, this is just the new MD of NNPC, if he gets to redeem today, no matter how Adeboye is busy, he will see Adeboye. because they believe he's going to drop some check. He cannot come there empty-handed. And that was what the Bible was telling us in the book of Jeremiah 3, in the book of Isaiah 3, from verse 3 to the end. He said, the property of the poor people are in the coffer of the king. So that's the problem, sir.
Now, how do we help the crowd, the masses, out of a, what can I call it, a conjured Christian lifestyle? You know, people putting themselves in a hold up because of a particular program, people running from pillar to post for prayer solutions to their problem. Are you saying that it is because of the economy? Because Karl Marx said that religion is the opium of the masses. Is it that is what gives them a befitting life, that they now run into all these crises? How should people relate to God so that they can get results for the benefit of their own life, so that they won't be victims of fake and disgruntled pastors or ministers of God?
My brother, when you look at the book of Proverbs 27, from verse 10, he said, do not forget your friends or your father friends if you are in trouble. Do not ask a relative for help. And you cannot tell a pastor to help you. If anybody fainted in Redeem or Mountain of Fire or in Celestia, except a spiritual church, they have solution. They will pray and ask God, what do we do on this man? He said, go and burn the incense. Then after the incense, use the altar cloth to cover him. And the person will wake up. But to a church where they have no altar. So where is the Lord sitting there? And even where they have altar too, if the people sitting at the altars are polluted, the Lord will not stay there. The Lord lives in our heart. He said, this is where I stay. So when I knock the door, you open for me, I will come in and stay. But if I knock and you did not open, I won't force you. And look at that woman again in the book of John 4, John 5 and 6. He said, go and call me your husband. He said, I have no husband. He said, the 5 that has married you before, they are not your husband. That's a spiritual message. He said, I suppose you must be a prophet. So automatically, to all the crowd, he said again here, he said, sensible people will see trouble coming and avoid it. You remember? But an unthinking person will walk right into it and regret later. Nigerian Christendom are regretting now. You know, a lady came here some times ago. He's 52 years old. He's out of the circle. He has no husband. He has no house again. They collected his house from him. But Chris is still promising them.
Oh, Christ Embassy.
He's still promising them till tomorrow. A woman of 52. Tio Loko, Tio Bimo. He will promise. These are empty promises. And they wanted to be with Father Gio, Mother Gio, Grandson Gio, Son Ota Gio. And look at what Matthew said. He said they want to be called a big name in the marketplace. But they have left the most sensible part of the law undone. Matthew 23, verse 23 to the end. He said they wash the outer of the plate. They cannot wash the inside. And that's what he said.
So that means the crowd are in the wrong.
The Lord himself, who saved and removed the Israelites out of the land of Egypt, will come into their aid. Nobody knows the time they are going to leave the place, because it's in the book of Genesis 15 verse 12 and Genesis 47, Genesis 48 and 49. Then when you look at the book of Genesis 14 or Genesis 12, he said you are leaving today. Eat all your food on guard. You are leaving today. Who took them there? God. Who removed them? God. But this one reverses the case. It was devil that took them to redeem. It was devil, the noise of the market, that took them there. Now the market is about folding up. After the death of Adeboye, that's the end of redeem. Because a lot of things will be unveiled to the crowd. Or what they buried there, or they planted there. You know, of recent, a little boy got missing, a girl got missing in a Omakoko.
And that's Redeem headquarters in
yes, got missing. The pastor
during Thanksgiving.
The pastor has no answer to it.
The police have been investigating, but they are still looking for the child. They are still looking for the child. That's the problem, sir.
It happened in Alimosho in 1986-87.
Celestial Church.
Yes, in Elisha Parish 1. You can go there and interview them. A boy walked out of the house and he missed his way. They were looking for the boy for 3 days. But when they got to our church, then we 7 prophets entered the mercy land, we prayed. And the Lord revealed that they should go to the palace of the Baale of Idimu. And when they got there, they meet the boy. They've been feeding the boy for the past 3 days. And that's all. Because when you look at the book of 1 Samuel 8, 9, and 10, then 1 King 3 from verse 15, now he said we are both adults, but this is my proper son. This woman is just trying to be cunning and cutting corners. Then the secret was revealed. Then when you look at the book of 2 Kings 18, 19, and 20, the history of Naboth vineyard. So my brother, don't worry, don't be in a hurry. The Lord will never pursue them before he get them arrested. Because he said in Ecclesiastes, he said there is time for everything under heaven. You can't fight for God and you cannot force his hand. You can look at a lot of people now, because they didn't put their name in the ministerial list. They said Buhari will not finish the 4 years. If he finish or not finish, APC will look for somebody to finish it. There will be no any election until 2023. Then why are you meaning evil to the president? Why do you want to wish somebody to die? He's not done anywhere. He's not done.